What's up YouTube? My name is Chad. This is the Wisco Motor Channel. Welcome back to a nearly real-time update on the Alumacraft project. Today is February 25th. I'm going to try to get this video out in the next couple of days. I haven't done anything since the last video. Just had other things that had to take a priority in the last couple of weeks. And speaking of priorities, I'm going to shift my focus of the Alumacraft project to the trailer at this point. Nothing's been done to the seats since the last update. I'll get back to those at some point, but the boat needs to be movable here in the next month and a half. So the trailer is going to the Media Blaster on Monday or Tuesday this coming week. And today I'm going to work on getting the fenders painted. So this is the one that I tried to paint several weeks ago. It was just too cold and ended up with runs all over the place. So I have to do a little bit of sanding on this to knock down those drip ridges. And then my good friend Ben got the other fender bent back to the original shape for me. He also did a little bit of welding to fix some cracks and did a little bit of primer and sanding to find some of the low spots for me. So I got that back from him. I'm also going to get the wheels painted, and those are the brackets for the fenders. So my project for today is hopefully to get all the way through the priming stage, well, sand and then prime, and then I'm going to spray some rubberized undercoating to the fenders, and then we will get to painting some color hopefully this afternoon. These have been in the house where it's been nice and warm. The garage is up to 63. Heater just kicked on again, obviously. So it should be plenty warm to get the primer sprayed on, and then I'll work on the color, which is going to be yellow. It'll match the boat. Let's get started with some sanding and start spraying some paint. Okay, I've got the fenders sanded. It's all nice and smooth. No reason to record that. It's just sanding. I used 400 grit sandpaper to do the outside. But before I get to priming the outside, I'm going to spray the inside of each one of these fenders with some rubberized undercoating. I don't care about the runs inside here. You'll never see them anyway, especially with the undercoating put on. So I'm also going to spray the undercoating on the brackets, the mount brackets here. One of them is primed, the other one's not. I don't think it matters for the undercoating. So I can go ahead and spray this stuff on. It's black. I'll probably have a little bit of black rubber overspray to sand off, but no big deal. So we'll do that, and then we'll flip these over and start doing some primer on the outside of the fenders.
All right, so I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. This rubberized coating dries very quickly, so I should be able to flip these parts over here in just a few minutes. Do the other side. The inside of the fenders are done. A little bit of overspray to clean up, but not bad at all. So, sorry I'm talking through the mask, but I'm not taking this off yet. This stuff stinks, and it's you don't want to breathe it. So. I'll be back in a minute without a mask.
So while the rubberized undercoating dries, I'm going to go ahead and get the wheels primed, and then I'll come back to the fenders here shortly. In case you're wondering what this laser light is here, that is the parking lasers. Get comments and questions and emails and all kinds of stuff on why is there a laser in so many of my videos. Well, it's the parking laser. So I'm going to prime these in white, and then we'll get some yellow sprayed on them after the white dries.
Oh, come on. Seriously?
Here's a look at the first coat of primer on the wheels. Probably don't need 2 coats of primer on this. Just want to make sure I get decent enough coverage over the metal before I spray color. So these are looking good. And between every coat that I spray, I am opening up the garage door to evacuate the air. It's about, let's see, it's 31 degrees outside. So opening the garage door for about 20 seconds does cool the garage off slightly, but I don't lose a whole lot of heat by doing that, and I get cleaner air back in the garage here without having a paint booth set up. Let this dry a little bit, and we'll flip these over, do the other side, and get to doing some color. I think you can spray color on this primer. This is just regular Rust-Oleum clean metal primer. And dries to the touch in 15 to 30 minutes to handle 1 to 2 hours. Apply top coat or recoat within 1 hour. So the wheels are now primed and set over to the side here to dry. It's taken a little bit longer to dry for some reason. I've got the garage heat cranked up to 65, and this paint is good between really anything between 50 and 90. But it's just taking a little bit longer to dry than I expected, so I may not get color on these today, but I don't want to rush anything here, so we'll let those sit. And in the meantime, I'm going to come back over here and get the other side of the fender mounting brackets sprayed with the rubberized undercoating, and those will be done. And then we'll come back to the fenders here. Once I get an opportunity to flip those over, I'll get some primer sprayed on those.
Okay, get some primer on the fenders.
That's probably about all I'll be able to do today. I'm kind of thinking with the wheels, I may have put the primer on a little bit too thick, so I did a really light coat on both of these fenders. So I'm gonna let the garage stay fairly warm here for a little bit, let this dry to the touch, and then I'll bring them inside for tonight. And then tomorrow I'll come back out and we'll get some color put on these and wrap this video up. So far so good. I'm not good at painting, so I usually have to do a lot of rework, so hopefully this works out okay the first time. So catch you tomorrow.
All right, it is the next day. Sorry I'm back on my mask, but it's 24 hours since the primer has dried, so we're gonna start spraying some yellow. All right, just a light coat of yellow to start with. This pan's going to run out here shortly anyway, and I'll switch to a different can. Evacuate the garage, let this dry for a little bit, and put on a second coat.
Next will be the wheels. I've got the fenders sitting off to the side there for now to dry. I'll recoat those within the next hour, but I'm going to go ahead and get the first coat of yellow on the wheels. I'm not going to be painting the inside of the wheels there, just leave those primer. But this is the back side of each wheel, so I'm gonna do that first and let that tack up a little bit, flip them over and do the other side. And I'm not gonna record painting these because it's the same thing as painting the fenders, but I think the fenders look cool to show them get painted. But I'll show these when I'm done. Here are the wheels with 3 coats of yellow on the back side of the wheel. The front side or the outside of the wheel has not yet been painted. It's been primed obviously, but has not been painted. I'm going to stop with 3 coats on these for the inside. I'll either do 3 or 4 on the outside depending on what they end up looking like, but these are set aside to dry for the night. And then on the fenders, I just finished up spraying the 4th coat on these, and I'm quite impressed with the paint job that I was able to accomplish here, because like I said before, I am not good at painting. So these aren't perfect by any means, but for a paint job by me, I'm really happy with the way these turned out. So that's 4 coats, and that's where I'm going to stop for today. Won't be painting anymore, but tomorrow I was a little bit optimistic in getting this video out in the next couple of days from when I started it. So it's only day 2, but it'll be out midweek here sometime by the time I get it all edited. But after this dries tomorrow, I'm going to give it 24 hours to cure up, and then I'm going to put new step pads on each one of these. And then I have the original style teeny sticker that will go on the back. I think it goes on the back side. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it goes on the back of each one of the fenders. One thing I do love and I want to point out is you can see the stretch marks from when they formed these, because this is back when they did these, this was just formed steel. They used a press to form these fenders, and you can see the stretch marks of the metal, of the material. And I think that's kind of cool. I'm sure you probably could see it before when it was originally painted, because unless the media blaster took off some filler that may have been there, I think I remember the marks being there, but I think that's kind of cool. So this is looking really good. The teeny trailer, this is an OB900 again. I've got everything taken off of it. The bunks are taken off. The winch is off, and took the trailer jack off. So this is ready to go to the media blaster, hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday. And a trailer this size, in case you're curious what I'm going to be paying for this, the guy charges $180 an hour. He estimated a half hour, 45 minutes to do this. So 120 bucks, something like that, somewhere in there should be what it costs to get this blasted, and then I'll bring it back and get it primed. I am going to use my favorite primer for stuff like this, which is the Zissner Bullseye 123. Great stuff. And then I'll probably paint the trailer with the same color yellow that's on the boat. Now you can see there is a little bit of a difference in the yellow between the fenders and the wheels, the anchor, which just happened to match the color I was using, and then the engine cover. That's all sunburst yellow. And on the boat, it's just yellow from Total Boat. So yellows are just a little bit different, but I think I've used it in balancing places where I've got the engine cowl in sunburst yellow, the anchor sunburst yellow, and then the wheels and fenders on the trailer are going to be sunburst yellow, with the trailer itself being Total Boat yellow. So I think it'll look pretty good. So come back to this tomorrow after this paint is cured, and get the step pads put on, get the stickers put on, and then I'll flip the wheels over and do the the outside of the wheels. So, and I'll take those over to D&D Muffler and Tire here in town, get some new tires put on. So that'll all be ready to go once the trailer gets back and painted. So, really, really happy with this. All right, I just finished up the outside part of the wheels. I do have new baby half moon hubcaps coming for these. Won't be installing those until the wheels get new tires and get mounted on the trailer. There's no reason to put them on ahead of time because obviously the lug nuts need to go through the wheel there. In case you're wondering what wheels these are 12-inch Crossley steel wheels. Kind of cool. They're stamped made in the USA on the back side of them, so I definitely wanted to keep these and restore them back to good condition. I think originally they were painted white, but I wanted to paint them yellow to match the trailer. So got those done, and the next time you see those, we'll have new tires on them, and we'll get them mounted on the trailer. And I also finished up the fenders. So they have their new step pads on them, and the teeny logo is now put on both sides. And I thought that they went on the back across here, but looking at pictures of old brochures and people that have restored teeny trailers, they actually do go on the side like that. So I've got the brackets, the mounting brackets, sort of temporarily in place there. The top side of the bracket gets mounted underneath the step pad. So I just threw a couple of bolts in to keep it lined up. And those 4 bolt holes will mount to the trailer right here. But of course, that's not gonna happen until the trailer gets back from the media blaster. I was hoping to take it today, but it's a nasty day outside. Just sleet and ice and some snow and rain and windy, and just not a good day to take that over there. So hopefully that'll go over there tomorrow and get that cleaned up, and I'll do a video of restoring the trailer. So I'm super, super thrilled with the way these fenders turned out, and the wheels are looking really, really nice as well. So as always, thanks for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the Wisco Boater channel. Happy boating, everybody.